Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go. 120. Check back. Switch.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella...
Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On first down, Paul. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Oh, they just set the tone right there. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Wentz. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. Michel, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. A Miami first down and a 14-yard pickup. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second and 9, Wentz got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. On first down, Michel, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brings up second and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Sunday.
From the 16, Wentz. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Let's go. 82.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on 2nd down. Cruz finds his tight end Ingram. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw. Cruz. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run it. This is Michel. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 18-yard line.
120. Straight 15. Straight 15. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 96 is coming.
To throw is Wentz. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Dolphins 6.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cruz off the play fake. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's been a long day for you. Watch twins. Watch twins.
On 3rd down, it's Paul. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that, because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I'm coming.
Here's Cruz throwing on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground is Michel. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Wentz going to throw, and it's caught by Parker. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Kill, General. Fast.
They'll run with Geis. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way up to the 46. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
57, Mike 57. Get that quarterback. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 57.
Cruz now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no! Exit! Ready!
Now Cruz, operating from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
57's the mic. Rock 57. Ready, go!
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Bravo! Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Protein spill. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill, 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 kill.
Now Cruz to throw. To throw on 2nd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. Ten Tucson, go. Yo, hey, go on.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cruz. Being chased out left. They still can't get it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check four.
Hey, Great 57. Hey, 4, Tokyo.
7's and Mike. Mike 7. Gotta do better. Come on.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Mike 7.
Hang in there.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the ground, this is Michelle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing is Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's Wentz to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 59, 59.
All day.
Operating from the gun. Cruz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Looking to throw. Cruz. He's going to air one out. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down now, Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run with Michelle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Wentz now on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
74.
Now Wentz on third down. That is caught inside the 5. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Man, 5-7. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels...
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 98 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple. A tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage in the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch that in.
82, 40.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darius Geis. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, check. Slam.
On second down, Michelle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Mike 3. Combo. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Ready? 30 base.
Lunch 59. What's the run? They're running. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check the backer. Mike, check. Ready.
Out of the gun, Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Man 5-7. 180.
Let's go. Switch.
On the ground, Michelle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120.
I got you.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis.